Hello and welcome to
Hey.
Heroes and Generals live Devstream number 40. We said 40, right? Live from Copenhagen. I'm Reto.Gargamel and with me is Reto.Vashu,
Hello.
the UI Flash guys. Today we will keep it a little bit short. It's been a very, very crazy week in terms of bug fixing and various issues. We had a lot of maintenance, and I think I'm going to start with an announcement. We will be having extended maintenance on Tuesday, the 21st. So I made actually, it's out there now on the news blog. Actually, if you want to go there and show it, that would be awesome. So on the news blog we have published a schedule for next Tuesday's maintenance. The thing is, we're updating the servers, and it's a database server thing. And it's going to take 8 hours instead of the usual, what usually is 2-3 hours, isn't it? So if you go on the news blog, you have the. Actually, I'm pointing that way. I should point that way. There it is.
Yeah.
And so that's for next week. Otherwise, I have, since we're showing stuff, can you go back to your profile, please? I want another public service announcement, I guess you can call. A lot of people have been contacting me about their vehicles, wondering what's going on. Why do all my vehicles need repairs? They didn't lose any health or condition. That's actually because we increased the maximum in a hot fix that we did. When was that? Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday this week. So after Tuesday this week, all vehicles suddenly have a higher maximum of condition points. And that means that you had, let's say you had 86 out of 86. Now you have 86 out of 100. I think that's the actual figure, isn't it? I'm not sure.
It depends on what vehicle.
It depends on the vehicle, but this is on the screen you only see it as a green bar, and if you mouse over the green bar you see a percentage value. But can you show it actually?
Yeah.
If you there you go. Oh yeah, the tanker. There you go. So you see 81%. That doesn't mean you dropped from 100. I mean you had a certain number of points. That's how we really count it, but we show it as a percentage. So again, nothing was lost. And there's people who are worrying about but what if I'm on auto repairs? You only really pay for repairs after you've used the vehicle in a game. So the vehicles that you didn't use, you're not automatically charged for every single vehicle that has to be repaired or that could be repaired. You really only will. Really nothing has changed except that there's a new maximum health. So basically, if you go in and you see all that, that's normal. Everybody has it, and it just means that you get. The green bar really, when we say damage, it's really the number of times you can get killed with that vehicle. You can lose that vehicle a certain number of times, and instead of again showing it as a number of units, we just put in a percentage, and that's what it is. So basically, no bug there. It's intended. Also, I think since we're into, I don't know if you have a character in there that had a lot of, let's say like a rifle with lots of mods on it. Not this guy. Most likely one of your...
The thing about me is I play...
you probably don't play a lot on this account.
No, I play natural.
Oh yeah,
like,
okay.
Base factory. So...
It's all skill.
Exactly. I can check. Does not seem... There was a sight on this, but that's because it's a sniper rifle. No. All...
Okay, well, then I can't really show it.
All natural.
There are a number of little progression related bugs that we're still working on it. After we converted some of the rifles to Walker to the new update, there's some rifles that you didn't get the unlock for the mods that you were supposed to keep, basically because you kept all the mods that you already had. You kept them. So some of the unlocks didn't automatically get added. We're trying to figure out why, and if there's stuff that is still there. Next week we're going to try again and run in one of the hot fixes, make all the stuff that you had on your rifles basically just be unlocked again, because I think most of these cases of disappearing mods, these disappearing ammo and upgrades, they're still there. It's just that the unlocks somehow didn't follow, it didn't get added when we introduced the new specialist weapon ribbons. So again, no need to write us about that. I got already like tons of reports about it. It's going to get resolved for everybody. And again, I think for some people, if you keep playing with the character, eventually you get the unlock, and then you see that your mod just becomes available again. It was always there, you just don't see it. So again, no cause for unrest. No panic.
Right.
But otherwise, if we want to show something a little bit more exciting, it's exciting stats.
Yeah. Well,
exciting numbers.
So yeah.
But actually, I'm sure like you can from time to time take a little bit of boring math, because I mean people are curious about the new weapons. Here's some stats that Reto Crazy Cat pulled out for us, our stats lady. You have a comparison here of the average kill-death ratio of the STG-44 in stage battles and war battles, and then the comparison with the M1, M2 carbine. And you get the average kill-death ratio and the median kill-death ratio here. And that, I think, I'm just going to give it just a little explanation. It's down there if you want to see this little note there. Average is really you take all the kill-death ratios, you add them, and then you divide it by the number of players, and that's your average. And that number is not always representative of the tendency, like the middle tendency in your population. So if
what is most common?
What is most common is not necessarily the average, because you have people who like bring up the average by being really good, and people who bring down the average by really sucking. So to really know like what the typical player has as a score, you basically you take all your players and then you line them up in order, like from the smallest to the biggest, and you take the one in the middle. And that's your median. And your median value, so you see like the median player gets killed a little bit more than he kills. That's normal. Like the average, I'm not going to say average because it's median here, but your typical player, he gets killed twice before he kills. And so you can see the different values with the STG versus the M1 carbine. The STG is supposed to kick ass, and that's what it does. You see that the average value is that you get 1 point, for example, in a stage battle, you get 1.04 kills. So that you give as good as you get with that weapon. And for comparison, if you look at the other badass, heavy, well, not heavy, but light machine guns, but down there, actually, the machine gun has a lower average and lower median kill-death ratio, and same thing with the M1919 compared to the M1919 compared to the carbine is a little bit more effective. Again, it's two different types of weapons, but it's for comparison. And
if you look at
but on the other hand, I mean,
if you look at that,
yeah,
that's actually better than the.
It is actually, that is true.
Wow.
But I guess it's because there's another thing is that you look at the war values, right?
Yeah, but it's it's staged.
Yeah, that's the thing. No,
okay,
there's war and there's stage, and that's why we divided it, because in the stage battles you have less experienced people in general, and war battles you have the real veteran, badass players. So again, you can make numbers say a lot of things, but this comparison here is to kind of give you an idea of where these weapons are in the spectrum of what kills a lot. And you can see that, as I said, the machine guns that were already in the game, I mean, they have a fairly comparable.
Yeah, they have very good performance.
KD but the M1, M2, I just wanted to mention that I got people who were already sending me reports that they were accusing people of having hacked their M1, M2. I mean, you can't hack a weapon. That's, by the way, just a little note. You can't basically go and edit your game files on your computer and say, like, I want a faster rate of fire. I want to do more damage. It's not your install on your computer that says how much damage you do. It's the game server. So basically, the game server is telling everybody. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to poke your eye out to make a point. And yes, but people were worried about the M1 or M2 carbine, saying, how come the M1 M2 is firing so fast? That makes no sense. It's so insane, but it is a really insanely fast rifle. And if you upgrade it properly, it really, it rips like a chainsaw. So that if you see a guy going, that's really what it's supposed to do. So again, even though I think it misses a lot because people spray like maniacs. But I mean, and then again, we have this down there, the stats from the factory.
Yeah,
the
that was
new
changed
map, because we wanted to know like a little bit.
But these are just. We want to give the build more time.
Yeah,
like these are not.
I mean, the factory is going to change still, but I think it's kind of funny that I mean, it's kind of a running gag that's on the forum. The German faction saying we've been nerfed. You look at that.
Yeah, Faction 2, by the way, is
the Germans. Yeah, faction. We have to say that. That's true. Faction 1 is US, 2 is German, 3 is Soviet. But really, in terms of who wins the most battle on the factory, this is not who wins the most battle, because if you add the percentage, it doesn't give 100%. It's how many, what percentage of the time, what percentage of battles played by the attackers are being won. So how many. So you see, like, for example, the Germans, before the Walker update, they won 581 out of 1,559 factory maps as attackers. Because that's why do we have this stat here, is because we changed the factory map so that it helps survive a little bit.
It's the early attack.
The early attack should be helped a little bit. And so since the Walker update, they won almost half over there. The 48% of the attacks that they launched against the factory were won. So these guys saw a really large increase, and the other guys somehow. Well, it's kind of funny. I don't know why. Depending on the faction, I think like people have different playing styles in different factions. Or there's some, or maybe there's some. Maybe we don't have enough a large enough sample. I don't know, but
maybe
it's the STG. Yeah. The STG fixes everything. But still, I mean, it's so we're looking at this kind of stuff because we know that the factory map probably still needs more tweaking also. So there's probably going to be more tweaks to it in the coming updates.
But it was the map that needed more care in order to get up to the same sort of balanced gameplay that we would like.
So, this being said,
I'll just close this down.
Yeah. What was the next thing I actually did?
It's now that people are like, we've talked about the STG-44 and we talked about the M1 M2 carbine. Some players might say, but what about the Soviet Union? Like, why did they not get
that is something
a pretty sweet...
there's a... Can you explain it with the production cycle?
It's... well, we start building different weapons in batches. and for this one, our capacity for building was not... how do I say? It was not opportune to launch all three at the same time. So we had to delay a bit, but we can promise, or we are working on something for the Soviet Union. But when you said on the production process,
well, the thing is, because we I think
it's we can't do everything.
No, but not just that. The non-build specific features. We can explain it simply. We have stuff that is floating.
Okay. So we have certain, we would like to put out a new update at a certain date, and then we have two types of development or tracks of development. We have a content like weapons, vehicles, stuff like this, like things we can just put in and add to the content of the game. Like adding a new weapon, it's like contained by itself. But if we want to update, like do we have the screen now? If we want to change a feature on the soldier screen, for example, the screen that I was on, then we have to try and time it and try and tie it in, because it affects a lot of people. It affects, like, we have to make sure the server side is okay, we have to make sure the front end side, we have to get it tested. But if we want to add a new weapon, then it's more of a running process. So we just start up constructing weapons from scratch, and then whenever they're finished, we try to make like a batch of them, and then we put them in alongside like a content update. And for this one, we always try to like see if we could get like a balanced spread of new content coming in, like one for each faction. But this time it's just the timing didn't work out.
Yeah, because the thing is that we had both the STG and
the M1
and that thing for the Russians.
The
Soviets,
so the
Russians, Soviets.
Let's just say we had a third weapon for the Soviet Union.
Yep.
And it was almost ready, but it didn't make it. And instead of shifting a lot of the update, like content update specific development plans, then we decided to make sure we put out the stuff we have, and then we make sure it's really good for like the next content update. So in the X build, the next content update, there will be a nice treat.
Yeah.
We will show some love for the Soviet Union.
There will be something for the Soviet Union. And no, it's not a scope shovel. I just saw the
scope shovel.
The scope shovel. It was on the. I think at some point, Robotron made a picture of a scope shovel and put it on the news blog, and as a I think it was an April's Fool thing. But
I hope so.
Yeah, thing is, unfortunately, that's the thing. People are saying, "Show us," but
we can't show
it quite yet, because we have to kind of.
No, but it's it's not ready to be shown.
But I mean, I've seen it now. There's the thing, actually.
But it's still.
But it's like we have to get it ready. I've seen it, but it's true that the sound effect is not there yet.
We want to show it. We want to show it like. Yeah. If we show it with the wrong sound effects, everyone's going to be like, it doesn't sound like that.
Yeah, exactly.
We would like to show you when we are like, this is what we want to show. So it's coming.
It's coming, but it's not ready yet.
Soon. Well, so soon.
This being said, I think honestly, I didn't even have time to.
No. We're doing it improv-ish.
Do you want to go in and play a little bit? What was going on? The scope shovel.
Oh yeah, we have a picture of it. But how do we? Is it here? No.
What were you trying to do?
It was like I wanted to find the scope shovel, but
we.
Yeah, it's fine.
We had it floating, so.
Oh, we had it on the.
Yeah, it was there.
Wow.
That's why I said.
I don't even need to do anything anymore. Nice. So should I just?
If you want to,
jump on live.
Just jump on live.
I think I'll just.
So I think we'll kind of get you started on live, and then we'll wrap it up for today, because that's pretty much, honestly, this week is not a very content-rich.
Actually, we did have a guest.
We did, actually. That's
we had a guest today.
We wanted to do a shout out. That's true, to the I'm going to try and say it right. 78. Sturmdivision. So it's a clan of German-speaking players, and we had a visitor from Austria.
Their representative
who came, and so Germany represent. And so from time to time we have players who come and pay us a little visit. I guess if you're in town, you can always drop an email to one of us.
Yes, actually, I think if you just send to.
Who did he contact? He contacted.
He wrote to info at
Reto.
Reto.
Yeah. So and
Like if you're in town,
because we can't guarantee that we'll
No.
like if you just knock at the door, we're gonna go, yes, come in, have a tour.
but if you give us a few days warning at least, then it's always fun to have fans and players come and join us. The guest we had, he had a lot of he was very invested in the game. He enjoys the game, and he would like to see and meet some of the people that make the game that he likes, and it's really fun for us to meet and talk to players. You had a good chat with him, and I showed him around, and I think he left with some
goodies.
Yeah, we got him a few goodies. Yeah. So
Splixen opened the vaults of
yes,
Splixen.
yes.
That sounds good, actually.
Yeah,
The crypts of Splixen.
So actually,
This is happening.
So if anyone's interested and you're in Copenhagen at some point, shoot us a mail at info@Reto.dk.
Yes.
Because that's how it's going to work. And then we'll get back to you, and we'll find out if it's possible to come by. Are there any fun questions, comments?
Not any that actually we have. Splixen has a crypt. He has many.
Where do you think?
I can't improvise really about. Oh wait! He's gonna say something about.
Where do you think he keeps everything?
Yeah. But we have one question coming in. What about parablocks? Yeah, that's coming also.
That's being worked on.
The fix to prevent parablock madness is actually being worked on by Stenum. Reto Stenum.
Yeah, we have it.
And he's back from holiday, so he's working on that. I guess it has to be tested first, right?
Yeah. We have to make sure.
But it's the plan was that it's. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's gonna.